Request the organizers to take.
A very good evening to all of you. Respected CMAP Raju Iyer, Vice President of the Institute of Cost Accountants of India, CMAP Padmanaban, my beloved council colleague, my beloved council colleagues, my beloved council colleagues from all regional council and chapters, our former illustrious President CMA V. Kalyan Raman, CMA P.S. Nadkarni, CMA Shankar Datta, CMA Dr. G.B. Rao, CMA Harijivan Banerjee, CMA N.P. Sukumaran, CMA Amol Kumar Das, CMA Mahesh Shah, CMA D.C. Bajaj, CMA Vikash B. Devdar, CMA D.V. Ramanamurthy, CMA Prabhakar Mahanti, CMA Dr. Dhananjay Joshi, CMA Chandra Wada, CMA Kunal Banerjee, CMA G.N. Venkataraman, CMA Brijmohan Sharma, CMA M. Gopalakrishnan, CMA Rakesh Singh, CMA Dr. Suresh Mahanti, CMA Dr. A.S. Durga Prasad, CMA P.V. Bhattar, CMA Manush Kumar Thakur, CMA Sanjay Gupta, CMA Amit Apte, CMA Balvinder Singh, our former illustrious President of the Institute, my professional brothers and sisters. It is my proud privilege to address you all as the President of the Institute of Cost Accountants of India on the occasion of 62nd Foundation Day of the Institute today, that is 28th May 2021. I will start my speech with tribute to Rabindranath Tagore. Let me not pray to be sheltered from dangers, but to be fearless in facing them. Let me not beg for the stilling of my pain, but for the heart to conquer it. I hope you and your families are safe and doing well, given the impact that the second wave of COVID-19 is having in our country. My beloved friends, as you are all aware that the Institute of Cost Accountants of India, erstwhile the Institute of Cost and Works Accountants of India, was first registered as the Indian Institute of Cost and Works Accountants on 14 June 1944 under the Companies Act on 28 May 1959. The Institute was established by Special Act of Parliament, namely the Cost and Works Accountants Act, as a statutory professional body for the regulation of the profession of cost and management accountants. Friends, the then Honorable Union Minister for Commerce, Honorable Sri Lal Bahadur Shastri, who later became the Prime Minister of India, has laid the foundation stone of our new building, 12 Sadar Street, on 1st December 1958. Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan, then Vice President of India, who later became the President of India, formally opened the building on 16th April 1961. Dr. B.C. Roy, Vidhan Chandra Roy, then Chief Minister of India, was the chief guest on that occasion. The Institute has since been continuously contributing to the growth of the industrial and economic climate of the country. The Institute is under the administrative control of the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, Government of India. There has been a positive paradigm shift, and our profession has evolved and undergone major evolution in all aspects of the profession, from curriculum to responsibility. And since then, CMAs have been partners in national building. The role as a cost accountant in the factory has moved to management accountant in the boardrooms since the last few decades. Similarly, there have been many milestones for our profession, including CMAs in the field of taxation, corporate laws, arbitrator, insolvency professional, valuer, independent director, banking, insurance, etc. Friends, the Institute and its members are fully committed to support the government in all its initiatives for the economy and industry, and have always worked in a very cohesive manner with the government, whether it is Make in India campaign, GST implementation, Swachh Bharat campaign, CSR, MSME initiatives, Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhijan, doubling farmers' income, and various other initiatives. The Institute is supporting the nation in this pandemic situation also. Besides financial contribution to PM CARES Fund, the regional council and chapters of the Institute are supporting by way of caring and providing of necessities for the needy in their respective locations. We have been battling the pandemic for almost 1.5 years now, but the recent massive surge in COVID-19 cases is a matter of grave concern. Friends, it is a national crisis, and there is a lot of uncertainty on how much time it will take to control the crisis. We understand that the resurgence of COVID-19 in India comes with increasing personal and professional challenges for everyone. We are deeply conscious that we are going through a tough time in India, and a lot of you are facing increased challenges to self-care, and many are carrying the additional caregiving responsibility. My beloved friends, I request you all, put your health and that of your family members above everything else. Don't leave your homes without wearing a protective mask. Practice social distancing and avoid crowds and closed spaces. It is true that Corona has entered my family. My wife, my mother-in-law, and my son are affected, but today they are all well. I would like to acknowledge the remarkable efforts of our doctors and scientists who have worked in quick time to strengthen the global fight against COVID-19. We are very grateful to our health workers and other volunteers who are working around the clock to safeguard the residents, guiding them on social distancing and helping to fight and prevent the deadly coronavirus disease infection in all appropriate ways. I hail from West Bengal. The word courage is very important. I must say that our Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee is doing a lot. She is doing a commendable service to the nation. My salute to her for the commendable and human services to the nation. The second wave of COVID-19 seems to have done more damage than predicted earlier expected. Smaller businesses, including micro, small, and medium enterprises, are laying off more employees as demand and sales have fallen due to localized lockdown. Nationwide lockdown is resulting in a drop in both rural and urban employment. Not just unemployment, but various other indicators suggest that the second wave has taken a bigger toll on economic recovery. Several international brokerage firms and rating agencies have downgraded India's economic outlook, citing the longer than expected impact of the second wave. It goes on to say that the impact of the second wave would derail India's promising recovery in the economic profits and credit metrics in the year to date. At this moment, the only solution to reviving economic recovery is bringing down the number of infections quickly. Driven by a steady increase in testing, drop in case positivity, and a rising recovery rates, 24 states reported a decline in active cases since last week. It is reassuring that we are on the downswing of the second wave, but we have achieved this significant change because of restrictions in many states. We do hope and believe that it will be sustained if restrictions open up systematically as the time comes. Yesterday, the Ministry of Home Affairs ordered continuation of ongoing COVID guidelines till 30th June and has asked the states to ensure local containment measures in high caseload districts. Our government is taking all possible steps to curb the spread of fatal coronavirus. My thanks and gratitude to Honorable President, the Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The third phase of our vaccination has already started. I appeal to all of those who are eligible to get themselves vaccinated at the earliest. The pace of vaccination will have a strong bearing on controlling and suppressing the spread of coronavirus. Friends, those who have taken the vaccination are also advised to continue to follow COVID appropriate behavior even after vaccination, like frequent washing of hands, wearing a mask or face cover, and observing social distancing. Together, let us make India COVID-19 free. I am happy to inform that the Northern India Regional Council of our institute is organizing COVID-19 vaccination drive on 31st May 2021 at New Delhi from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Interested members of age group between 18 to 44 can register themselves for the first dose of Covishield at rupees 900 per person. For other details, you may contact the NIRC of the institute. Friends, in this crucial time, the institute continues to serve the members, students, and other stakeholders. The institute is taking all possible measures for the convenience of members, students, and other stakeholders in the present challenging time. The institute has extended the last date for submission of online examination form for foundation, intermediate, and final course for June 21 examination of the institute up to 30th May 2021 without late fee. During this severe ongoing pandemic situation across India, Directorate of Training and Placement of the institute has done a wonderful job to successfully conduct the first phase of campus placement program through virtual mode, where more than about 360 qualified cost accountants have been well placed so far in reputed organizations like Accenture, Philips, Vedanta, ITC, AB, SIT, NBCC, EIL, Apex, Capita, and many other companies, Lafarge, Holcim, and many other more. Highest and average CTC being 22 lakhs per annum and 10 lakhs per annum respectively. Second phase of online campus placement drive is to be conducted in the month of June-July 2021, and many reputed organizations like Deloitte, Goldman, Axis Bank, Capgemini, Kotak Bank, Bank of Baroda, Tech Mahindra, etc. are likely to visit in the campus placement engagement. The institute has introduced world-class skills training facility for the intermediate students with SAP certification, Microsoft certification, Cambridge University Press, soft skill and e-filing trainings, which has got a tremendous acceptance across the corporate and industry houses. The Board of Advanced Studies and Research has introduced many new age courses during this pandemic situation, which have got overwhelming responses from the members, students, professionals, and corporates. These extremely useful courses are Diploma in Information System Security Audit, DISA, Data Analytics for Finance Professionals, SAP Finance Power User, Advanced Business Excel for Finance Professionals. My heartfelt thanks and gratitude to CMA Devashish Mitra and the entire council for the great work done. On 25th May 2021, the Union Cabinet, chaired by Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi, has granted ex post facto approval to the Memorandum of Understanding entered into by the Institute of Cost Accountants of India with 4 foreign professional bodies organizations, namely the Institute of Public Accountants, IPA Australia, Chartered Institute for Securities and Investment, UK, Chartered Institute of Public Finance and Accountancy, UK, and the Institute of Certified Management Accountants of Sri Lanka. Friends, the various MOUs seek to facilitate mutual recognition of qualification and range of collaborative activities for exchange of knowledge, experience sharing, and technical cooperation by way of participation in annual conference training programs, workshops, seminars, and joint research projects, etc., relevant to their jurisdiction. The Banking, Finance, and BFSI Committee of the Institute had successfully observed April 21 as MSME month, considering the significance of MSME subsector in the Indian economy, and organized series of webinars on relevant topics with presence of eminent persons from across the country and globe. Agriculture Task Force of the Institute has successfully celebrated the month of May 21 as the Agriculture Month by organizing a series of webinars covering multiple topics relating to ways and means of augmenting the farmers' income. Honorable Sri Narendra Singh Tomar, Honorable Minister for Agriculture and Farmers' Welfare, Rural Development, Panchayat Raj, Food Processing Industries, Government of India, encourage the CMA fraternity by gracing the national webinar held on 26th May as chief guest. We are quite optimistic that very soon the pandemic will be controlled globally and we will return to our world we lived before pandemic. Let's be confident, let's be positive and hopeful for a bright future. I urge you all to take good care of yourself and your families during this challenging time. I would like to inform you that the Council of the Institute is exploring the ways how Institute can extend its support to its members who are affected by this pandemic, and the decision taken will be announced very soon. At the end, on behalf of the Council of the Institute and by own personal behalf, please accept our heartfelt greetings on the occasion of 62nd Foundation Day of the Institute of Cost Accountants of India, and wish the Institute and CMA profession touches greatest height. I wish you stay safe, healthy, and take care. Before I conclude, before I put a full stop here, I pay my tribute to Rabindranath Tagore. Where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where the knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic worlds, where words come out from the depth of truth, where tireless striving stretches its arms towards perfection, where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the daring desert sand of dead habit, where the mind is led forward by thee into ever-widening thought and action, into that heaven of freedom. My Father, let my country away. Thank you very much.